Why has this little sandy island in the middle of the South China Sea become such a big deal for China and the Philippines? It's called Sandy Cay and is part of the Spratly Islands, right here, which are actually contested by as many as 6 countries. But things really heated up when Chinese state media published this photo of Chinese sailors raising their flag on top of it last month. They said the crew was enforcing sovereignty over the Cay, so the Philippines sent its own crews to find out what happened and wave their flag around as well. And only a few days ago, China accused the Philippines of violating its sovereignty at Sandy Cay. 2 Filipino fishing boats were sideswiped and blasted with water cannons by the Chinese Coast Guard while they were collecting samples for scientific research, according to the Philippines Fisheries Bureau. China's Coast Guard blamed the Filipino ships for the collision. The Philippines Fishery Bureau said both boats were left damaged and that it was the first time that Chinese ships had used water cannons in the contested area surrounding Sandy Cay.
What the Philippine government can't let stand is this idea that China can unfurl a flag a mile and a half from a village that has 100 Filipino civilians on a nearby island and say this is Chinese. The Philippines has to say something about that.
But why the fuss over such a tiny piece of land? Well, it's partly because as a rock, whoever owns it gets to claim some of the ocean around it.
Because the big Chinese base at Subi Reef nearby was underwater at high tide before China started building on it. So Subi Reef is neither island nor rock. It's just a piece of the seabed, which legally you shouldn't be able to claim at all. But as a piece of the seabed, it belongs to the territorial sea of whatever the next closest rock happens to be, and that is Sandy Cay. So Sandy Cay, if it is Chinese, provides China the only possible legal explanation for why they have a massive military base nearby at Subi Reef.